Okay, so today I'm going to talk about how friction affects nanotechnology and how it's included. So first I want to talk about what friction is. So friction is what keeps things from sliding. So every time you walk, you don't fall down. It's needed every day. And then here I drew kind of how it works with size and objects. So here is it's called the friction force. So it goes with the weight and then the applied force. And so here if it pushes down, it gets bigger. So for example, to show you guys how friction is involved with size, if I try to move this, because the friction is so strong, it's harder for me to move. But meanwhile, this one, the friction is so small because it's smaller, it's easier to move. And then here I do kind of like a smaller one. So that's where nanotechnology comes, is once things get this small, you actually don't have much friction, hence why moving that small pumpkin was a lot easier. And the book, it mentioned about how friction is by the weight of things, so let's keep that in mind. So that comes to something called striction, and in the book it talked about how geckos use that. So because they're so small and there's not a lot of friction, what happens is you have a molecule that's negative and negative, which obviously repels, and so that's why they use striction and not friction anymore. So another way that it's been used in a bigger scale and why it's good is, for example, this company is working on it with cars, and so what they did, I'm just going to read it so I don't mess it up, but it helps to reduce energy consumption and running and maintenance costs. So the company is called Frisco Treatment, and what they did to apply this is they add nano-layer dispositions with oil retaining capabilities that is created. So what that means is they put this oil and it reduces the friction, which makes things last longer. So there's less water damage, there's less tear because of less friction. And that's how friction is involved in nanotechnology.